Are we Kwara? You are being in Lagos now. Let me talk to your station to transfer you to Kwara. I'll give you a no. There's a limit to copycats. Lagos should be Otope. What?
You are not afraid that you might lose the election?
We are going to win. We are the only party in Lagos. The rest are repeater stations. They come every 4 years and they go back in again like traps.
Assembly. But we now invite our distinguished president, a man of focus, a man who loves the National Assembly, the one that will support you to support your constituents, to now present the 2025 budget. On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we shall stand. Oh yeah. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we shall stand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. After listening to this great remark of a great mind, colleague, and the president of the Senate, I feel I could have just lay the budget. Oh. With your rendition of the mandate support, I can't do otherwise. I must but respect you and go through the exercise of reading. It is a great honor and pleasure for me to be back where I started. As once a member of this respected house of thinkers and doers, I am grateful to be your president. And to be here to see so many faces of my friends, colleagues, and compatriots. Duties, and with unyielding commitment to rebuilding Nigeria towards ensuring that we remain steadfast on the journey to a prosperous future, I hereby present the 2025 budget to the joint section of the 11th National Assembly. 10th? I wrote 11.
means you are all re-elected.
On your mandate we shall stand. On your mandate, on your mandate, on your mandate we have stand. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, from the city of St. Augustine to wherever you are hearing this voice from, or whatever you will be joining from, now, tomorrow, or whenever. Welcome to Honor Politics. How we there? Obasanjo, Okikiola, Aremu Obasa, Olusegun, or how the name they follow each other, is celebrated. She na 80 years. He celebrates having na 88 sef. And all sorts of curriculum phrases and what have you was going towards his direction. Everybody that matters in our society pay his or her own, find a way to pay homage to the man, the legend himself. So the guy did news for a minute. And thanks to IBB's book, Journey in Service, the, the debate of our country, Nigeria, as it regards to restructuring, resource control, regionalism, however you see it, successionist, take center stage in our discourse over economy, whatever you can think of.
For the 10th Senate of the 10th Assembly of the Federal Republic, National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Like Mr. Chairman has stated, I, as the debate maker of the Senate, was seriously moved and quite discomfited with the state of the odious reputation that the Senate is degenerating into, and the public opprobrium that is being generated by the behavior of one of us at plenary on February 20, 2025. And as the debate maker of the Senate, I started receiving a lot of calls, both locally, nationally, and internationally, and even exponentially from even members of my own family, that what is happening in the Senate. it became quite very difficult for me to even address the deluge of those demands that I have to talk and tell the public what really happened. And on that said day, February 28th, Thursday, 2025, I decided in the plenary chamber of that day, that was almost a breakdown of law and order in chamber. That there was almost a kind of legislative topsy-turvy. Because one of us, Senator Natasha Akutula, was vehemently opposing the directive that has been changed to somewhere else within the chambers. And she was duly informed by the sergeant at her that she did not go to that assigned seat. And when we go by our orders, because like I said on the floor of the Senate, when I was moving the said motion, that we have our standing orders, which are our rules, our statutes. It's our internal constitution. Because we are empowered by the various sections of the constitution, that is the National Assembly, to make our own rules that will guide us. Since we are not barbarians, since it is not an animal farm. And even with an animal farm, there is a modicum of decency and decorum. The standing orders clearly stated how, where, when, why the senator will behave in chambers, even almost outside the chambers, because it stimulated our actions at committee levels and then oversight functions. And going by order 6 of that our standing rules, which are our orders, whereby it was expressly stated, statutorily stated, vividly stated, exponentially stated, that the Senate President is the only consenting authority that can allocate seats for senators. And the following section stated that the senator can only speak when he or she is properly seated on the seat allocated to him or her. Meaning that does not mean that wherever you are in the Senate chamber, that you can raise up your hand to be recognized to speak. If it is like that,
In 1975, under General Murtala Mohammed military regime, the Constitution Drafting Committee (CDC) was established to create the 1979 Nigerian Constitution for a return to civilian rule after Mohammed Murtala assassination in 1975. General Olusegun Obasanjo, as head of state, oversaw the process. The CDC, chaired by Rotimi Williams, proposed a US style presidential system, which the majority endorsed. However, Olusegun Osoba and Bala Usman, two leftist intellectuals, dissented in a minority report criticizing the draft as elitist, overly centralized, and ill-suited to Nigerian multi-ethnic post-colonial reality. They opposed the powerful presidency, fearing it could foster authoritarianism and neglects social inequalities, advocating instead for a more decentralized or parliamentary model. Obasanjo determined to transition Nigeria to civilian rule by 1979, backed the majority report, aligning it with the military goal of a strong, unified government post-Civil War. He ensured the draft was debated by the Constituency Assembly of 1977 to 1978, and as the leader of the Supreme Military Council, promulgated the 1979 Constitution, sidelining the minority critics, while Osoba and Bala Usman, warning of executive overreach and regional tension, prove prescient. Evidence in the Second Republic collapse by 1983. Obasanjo focused on stability and a swift handover prevailed, cementing the presidential system despite their objective. I think over time, most of the, or should I say, most of the time, or most of the conversation we engage ourselves in, we focus on, maybe rightly so, the majority, the winning view. Of course, I know the majority carry the vote, while minority have their say. But the way the elite actually operates at times, they use the minority viewpoint instead of the majority, even though the majority have the order of the day. Case in point, 2023 election, where they tell Nigerians, say, when they were debating about, with the debate about electoral transmission, BV, whatever that machine called. I remember clearly people like Senator Ndume and co were clearly opposed to that, using their reality as an example that people know fit vote due to internet, insecurity and all that kind of a thing. So the idea of another. And I remember clearly a lot of people could not, they didn't even give him the man time to that his points to marinate well in our debate, just to actually hear that part of the argument. But of course, they say, oh, now only him, now only one local government, three local government, now one state, whatever. They need at the end of the day, they did the do. The literal INEC literally capitalized on what the likes of Idumes were complaining about and carry out and do what they know how to do best. Why am I bringing that into this conversation? It's because I rarely hear people talking about the voices that were in opposition to presidential system. Oftentimes you go hear say, oh yes, things were better during the regional government. Every regions were doing that, that. Again, the focus is always on the majority view. What about those that actually oppose the regional system? Nobody hear their voice. Again, one can say maybe not because they don't teach us history. So, in other words, the voice we are deny of the opportunity to engage in a conversation that might actually lead to use pointing at the major minority view. So in this case, we focus on Professor Bala Mohammed, Bala Usman, and Olusegun Obasanjo, and their concern regarding presidential system that we have today. I'm saying that because I listened to Obasanjo's speech, and I don't know where I would say it's regretting or I just can't. I don't know what to make of that speech. But he renounced his English name Matthew. In the process, or at the same time, he said we were not free. We were never free from the colonial rule, but most importantly, we are in the process of recolonization all over again. This was Obasanjo submission. And I just couldn't help it. Say, oh, what I don't dey talk about this man since. That the what this man did to Nigeria. If people can just take time and make sense of what the role Obasanjo play in today Nigeria, people will understand why me they share him as the number one enemy of the Nigerian people. The most unpatriotic leader Nigeria don't ever experience. Might be that guy. So he coming out now to say we are never free. So literally saying that it was under the what influence, which take me to the point I've always been making about the people that carry out the first coup. Or one thing where people know they put into consideration when they are actually arguing about the civil war. No, yeah, the civil war, the coups, the assassination. I mean, from 1966, all those boys up till the likes of Yakubu Gowon to one point people know the factor is that those boys were actually boys. Every sense of the word. Those guys were boys. They're in their older late 20s, early 30s. One or two go there like late 40s, early 40s. They know jack how the nation state work as at that time. Somebody was saying yesterday that Aguirre was naive. So were every one of them. Those in 1963 coup, the counter coup, up till 70s. Those guys were boys. They don't know anything. If you actually, I mean, one thing where I like about the Babangida's book, Johnny, few page where I don't read so far is that him is also speaking for, basically, and that's the argument people when people they make about this book. Babangida actually speak from afar. Himself, no be say he was still himself na boy that time. Yes, he was in the system, but it's far from from where the action, it's far from the top. But one thing about those boys is that all of them, the highest training they've had period to that time. Now, when they went for like what peacekeeping in Congo, one or two people go train for Britain, which is everything that you need to know. So those boys know really they were actors acting on a script, as far as I'm concerned. The guns, everything that they use in doing whatever they did up to the Civil War were all provided by higher power, people who understand what is at stake. Yes, there is a fraction, there's a fracture within the system, which now so America they run their things. They capitalize on that problem, whatever that it is that is ongoing on ground locally, they capitalize on that, they empower each side and cause the confusion just for them to have easy access to the resources. So you can understand why some people they doesn't know it's not about the why some people could not actually see the influence of the higher power in that civil war in the first coup, counter coup, pretty much even up to today. It was hard for people to see the role of the outsider because of the genuine crashes that is on ground locally between the tribes, ethnicities, religions, however you want to dimension you want to see it from. So all they needed to do was just to empower those division and get to what they because the goal I can see people just could not see why the United States we go as far to support Nigeria rather than making sure the civil war no even take place at all. But they had to. Why people could not see the reason why the first school, the likes of Aguye, being boys as I see them, had to easily fall for what the higher power wants. It's because the success of regional government, parliamentary system was already visible. It's already yielding practical benefit that people can actually see the difference between them governing themselves and outsider being in charge. And the last time I checked, that is direct opposite of what capitalism is all about. Ukraine is still another fucking critical example. Last, 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 the big boys we take pretty much 55 to 60% control of the resources of Ukraine. That's what all this is about. The bloodshed and everything. It was all about survival. So if people no fit understand why millions have to die during the Nigerian Civil War, if that is what it's going to take to get the system to submit their resources to their control, so fuck it, so be it. So for people who could not fathom, who could not understand all that, just narrow it to Ukraine. Last, both the Russian, both the Chinese, both the Americans, we have the higher share of the Ukrainian resources over the Ukrainian people. Why? Who preside over that country will pretty much forever be dictated by those power. So who gets the highest share of the resources is what this whole thing is about. From day one, millions are being killed thousands every fucking day on both sides. Who cares? Go read about Vietnam. The whole Vietnam. That's why I was trying to disagree with Dr. Emmanuel then on Dr. Dameji that when Shane and him have been yeah, when they say that America never win any war for the past 40 years, I say, well, that means you don't understand why they went to war in the first place. Vietnam is just to make sure in Vietnam never fall into the hands of self-governance, have their own freedom, or being governed by communists. That's the whole war was about. They have to make sure, say yes, they get out. And up to today, I don't think they will ever recover. But on a larger goal is also to send a message to anyone, to the third world nation, say, come, if you try, say you want to be yourself one day, that's going to be your fate. So the question now is there a need for us to return to regional governance or push for more federalism? From my own perspective, which is give state more autonomy to govern themselves, set their own law, take charge of their economy, their resources. If we cannot get there, then all this idea of electoral reform, individual candidates, and all these dreams just doesn't matter. So to me, Obasanjo, now that he has come of age, now that he has come of age, he is beginning to realize that he fuck up. But he can't come out and say he fuck up, right? But reading meaning to all his utterances within the last couple of months, maybe years, when we thought say we should tweak our democracy with to infuse it with the African tradition and all that. All those is a form of regret. Because this is a man who was pretty much I don't know. I really want if I'm in a position to interview Obasanjo and waiting I go actually ask him me that. What is within actually the driver? What is the driving force that that push him to just 100% submit to the will of the outside power? My fear of assassination, like Murtala Mohammed, who, who told that same part, Kwame Nkrumah. I mean, he was not assassinated, but it was outside out of power. The guy from DRC was assassinated. I mean, what China is out of fear or genuinely he knew what it was he was doing. He actually believed that despite all the reality that is before us as at that time, before that time, even up till now, it really believed that presidential system of democracy will actually be the way. Because going by his own chances these days, it's son of regret. So I really want to know what is behind all that. Because twice. So if Murtala Mohammed was assassinated because largely because he's not towing that way, then he coming immediately and just insists that what Aguiyi could not achieve, that he is in position to do it. Of course, he has come of age now. I don't think in his 40s. I think he's the oldest among them. So he oversaw the drafting of the constitution again, though perfectly as it's supposed to be in terms of modernity, that of the United States of America, and handed over it to uh, elected president to come and what implement it. Of course, that one said the nationalists also within the Nigerian system cut it short, which is Buhari. Of course, I think Buhari abusing Babangida. Babangida overstays welcome with that doing the do, which is conduct election. Yes, you are implementing the Western policy, fine. Still, it's not. I think it will be better for us if we have better for our image if we have somebody in the true sense of democracy during carrying all this. So you have overstayed your welcome, which is the fate awaits our brothers from Niger and Mali, Burkina Faso, right? They don't give their time. I mean, 3 to 2 years time, everybody should contest the election, or your problem starts from that day on. Of course, Abacha come. Abacha was pretty much like more of a nationalist that to cut out to the outside power. You overstayed his welcome, and his fate was determined immediately. Then again, Obasanjo had to come and put what he oversee, he would like to write book under my watch. I never read that book. I really want to see what he talk or where he make reference to under his watch, making sure the constitution come to be as it is. But he was brought back to actually this time around practicalize what he oversaw during his uniform days, but this time around in Agbada. So I was elected in 1999. And glory be to God, everything worked out fine. It worked out uh, so well that he decided to say, okay, I want to go for a second time. And the West said, fuck it, if you can achieve it, go ahead. Go ahead if you can. We'll look the other way. But of course, they stop her for home. Bring me to Donald Trump. There's already conversation out there that he is a godsend. And we might not see this kind of president again in the next 100 years. They only come and go. So far, they are lucky to have three of them. You're talking about Abraham Lincoln, Jefferson, and now Donald Trump. So, in other words, they don't oppose him running again 2028. That's why when we'll talk about that some other time. So now he's regretting, put it in all form of ways and narrative for us to decode. So instead of calling for electoral reform, single candidacy, and all those crap that doesn't mean jack in a party system where highest bidder, a system whereby majority is a winner take it all. When you have a system is built around capitalism, which is the best, it has to be the first. Let the best in the room. The idea of first, the idea of I'm the best. When a system is built around that, which could be vote, you can reform the electoral process all you want. Money will speak at the end of the day. Money. I mean, with America we dey so. We dey see am in real time. Cash. Cash. From the beginning, the last minute, that cash. So instead of advocating for electoral reform and all that, let's advocate for state autonomy. Let states have more power to set to govern themselves, set their own economy agenda, make their own deals, whoever they want to. Until then, money will always buy your leader. Once money comes to play, it's over with. And we don't have the money. We don't have the money. The outside power will always overbid. But our own economy no go reach 500 billion. You know, 500 billion. Apple saying go invest 500 billion. We need it next 4 years. That's just one company. Some bank drop 100 billion the day Trump took office. Semiconductor company for Taiwan drop 100 billion. That's at a couple of days ago. US defense budgets are no go surprise within the next before Trump leave office, we'll be talking about $1 trillion budget. So the whole presidency for Nigeria, how much? It passed 2 billion. Somebody will whichever will write that check like that, just to contradict being in control of the oil. Easy. So you can vote all you want. It doesn't at this point of the game. Doesn't matter how you choose to govern yourself. You go matter. Go matter. They are already in control of your what matters, your stomach, which is your economy. So doesn't matter how you govern yourself. Oh, you are just going to be a mere freaking manager. And as a manager, you get paid. That's the difference of you being free and not be free. If you are free, you pay yourself. But this time around, all our life, toward 220, 50 million, however you want to do your calculation, our life depends on people who pays us, who pays our government. So whatever they pay our government, there we now left to the mercy of the government. If they're good enough, they share them with us. They give us the larger share because now we plenty pass. They don't care. They give you whatever that they care to, the which is the case today. Our government don't care. The fact that whatever the organ pay them for managing the resources for them well, for keeping the country in order, not in chaos, so that the flow of the resources out of the country. both in the liquid assets or in raw material, go flow easy without any eddy, then they get paid for that. And the worst part of it, they get paid. And the deal is that that payment, when they pay them, so a significant part of that payment should be repatriated back into the economy. In what way? Come and invest there. Come and buy your house. Send your children to come and school. In fact, we give you our foreign cars and everything. So they take the money back. So 100% of what that space goes to the West. So when Obasanjo is saying that we were never free up to this point, and we are in the process of being recolonized again, that's exactly what he's talking about. So when I say freedom, we are not free. That's exactly what I mean. Everything, every penny that is generated within that locality is out of that place. So you wonder why we know if we do anything for ourselves. So when we when if when the other ones go, they say the Nigeria was better during the regional system, right? That is because the flow of the resources, whatever that is generated from that region, he go round first before he even go out. He know the avenue in which those resources go out are kind of narrow because many interests there. Right? You have to go negotiate with the northern people for their own agriculture different in a way, right? Before while you are doing that, the West they will say, okay, oh, I know. So there is kind of the coordination, no me. So there's time for now them go determine how much save will come out, go to some extent. But the presidential system is to just bring everything under one big pipe. You just streamline everything together, both the north, the south, and the west, the resources. You just put them under one big one pipe. Just the ship am out. Then we appoint they appoint people who can manage that process for us to elect. That's easy way to do it, right? Which is the soft power of USAID. You don't groom them over the years. So they don't present them before us. We would scramble. They kill ourselves over who will vote for among them. But in the overall outcome, it doesn't really matter. We just have few people who are stubborn to say, okay, oh, whatever that is coming, I could divert them to my own people, to my own region, to my settlement. That's exactly what is going on. Who will manage the process of the resources flowing out better? So that's why even those who are applying for that job, who are being selected to do that, even themselves, they make sure that their own share of the resources stay outside too. So you know that everything goes outside. So in order for me to make things, in order for us to bring that big pipeline that is shipping everything out, we can't stop it. In order for us to break it, we have to empower every state. Any state wey no fit survive, go back to after all this state we started for what 9 abi 14. So it's not that they were small before, now they come big, so they no go fit survive. So we are now say it's not the e no be say na because say dem too small they come merge for survival. No, they were too big before they come split dem. Say so any state wey no fit survive on its own, go back to your parents. It's as simple as that. If Ekiti no fit survive, go back to shey na Akure they cut am from abi na Efe. If Yobe no fit survive, go back to Borno. It's all the same. If Edo no fit survive, we join Delta. If na Delta no fit survive, like that's the only way we can break this monster that is being built. Giant pipe now that they build, the pipe they increase every day, and the more the pipe increase, the more the people become powerless because the technology become more sophisticated. That's why they can afford to enlarge the pipe that is sapping our resources out. Because at this point, even a nationalist movement or government cannot do any jack. And I don't think good luck, there's no way we can even have a national government anymore. So all this the idea of uprising that will spring up naturally to fight for our freedom is gone. It's no longer visible because we are no longer in control of how we communicate. Every aspect of our life is now 100% in control. However, if they want to control our what we talk about simultaneously at the same time is not possible. Before now, NGO has to come, stay for Lagos, work, collect data for a period of months, years. They put down to work. The same thing, the NGOs, however they come, the schools, the churches, the mosques, they have to be in a particular place, collect data, information, reach for so many, then transfer the information to this place, begin to analyze them. It takes so much. But today, the technology is so sophisticated that in real time, and then the collect data is being analyzed. In other words, if the people wait, how many people will vote for Lagos? How they go take vote? Them now them go control am. All they need to do now they just to empower the algorithm to they feed you with the same narrative over time, and it sticks. So to understand it in another way, when when Kwame Nkrumah was speaking in 1963, that the experience of our the forefathers will be mild compared to what we or our children, as he speaks, then we come and experience, which is today. Will be worse than what their forefathers experienced back in the day. Because then they were as at that time that we are still crying far off today. Physically they were present. They use back of gun, they hit your head. If you don't do what they want me to do. Then when they improve on their technology again, say, okay, we don't need to be here again in these people's face. We don't need to. What do? We could ship them come out physically too. But at the point, okay, they have improved on their technology. There's no need of these people physically again. We have invented more machines that can actually do the physical work. Let's just empower their brain to just fit into the service sector. Like, because what is slavery to the point that they have to abandon it? It is not because God just say, okay, no, an alternative economy, an alternative technology that is better, which is the machine, tractors, right, has been invented. So no need. But there's an implication to that too. Because when they invent machine that can augment manpower, they also require more manpower to catch up with the output of the machine. When Trump would talk about we are taking over Panama Canal because nah we build that we have lost thousands of men. What did they know? What is not actually saying is that out of those hundred thousands of men, majority of them are Africans, both directly from the continent and those who are already in the Caribbean. Now them do the labor work. Again, what the machine called cotton gin was invented to turn the output of cotton to pretty much double the output of cotton. You have to double the manpower to bring out the raw materials, which is the transatlantic slavery that took place. So at every stage of the new technology, we go ahead in human say one way or the other they pay for. So now when they move over from that physical manpower to what to brain power now when machine now they triple what hard labor can do, guess what? That happen what they call the service now, the service sector, right? You need more people. You need as you need more people to the chunk raw materials to augment the final production of the factory. You need more food for people to eat in order for them to log more hours. More people will sick, more doctors. So more schools have to be open in order for the indoctrination and brainwashing, and so everything has to just blow. And that's why when people they argue, say, "Oh, AI no go take people job away, we will create other more opportunities." That's exactly what it means. But from a Nigerian perspective, from the African perspective, we are always at the receiving end. Physical labor, now we brain labor say when now we they have to be indoctrinated to think like them, speak like them, act like them, work like them, so we can fit into the system to work. Now a new technology is being developed or is already here that can augment your own now that service sector that is left for you that you are a king of, right? Now you be the best teacher, now you be the best doctor, now you be the best lawyer, now you be the best this. Guess what? There's an alternative now is there. AI, the development of AI, biotechnology, quantum, all these things have they find a way to put them together in a way that can do pretty much 70% of what you are a king of as a person, as a human being. That the singularity of those combination of this AI, the quantum technology, bio, all those things can do it better than humans. So going forward, we are not just going to have that problem. But the flip side of that is that so even the time that it takes for them to collect data, they have to be physically be in Borno in the name of NGO. They have to be in Benin City in the name of school. They have to be in Enugu in the name of church. The time that it takes, the physical energy, the manpower that it takes, which is what US SID is all about, has not been narrowed down towards that singularity movement that we are all getting towards, which is what the AI is about. AI is going to analyze those data, go collect all those data within seconds, and analyze them within seconds and give you the results. That's why Elon Musk and co were able to announce the results of 2024 before even official. They don't calculate them like 12 hours ahead. They don't everything don't say okay, this is it. They don't, Donald Trump has pulled it off. This is that's it, they put every data in real time. People are not be saying that they do it secretly. They develop their own machine. So the result was coming in real time. 12 hours ahead. They don't talk the results. So instead of celebrating the fact that USID is no longer more, we should be worried. So going forward, how you will take govern ourselves now? Who becomes president is not yeah, that when people they talk and they say a conspiracy theory. Now you are beginning to be seeing in real time from the conversation we go where we will get to or we need to whoever they wanted to lead us. Pablo the settler, I greeted you. Afana. Come, Pablo, now you yesterday, Abi. Wait, make I, let me try to recover of your comment on 90 minutes Africa yesterday, Dr. Damages. Oh, I think now you they talk about Donald Trump's tariff. Did you? You talk about tariff, how tariff they affect Igbo. I think that was you, if I'm not mistaken, Pablo. So now we can also understand why people who are direct beneficiary, indirect beneficiary of all these USID NGOs are crying because their job, which is to collect data, either knowingly or unknowingly, based on the job they give them, they give people a big platform. They give people same person go school, make it go teach this. They give that, or they give them being a nurse. All those things, they are doing it with their best of their ability, yes. But in return, they download information that cannot be gotten just by mere observation or interview, but they have to spend time. So they don't get time. So those people they are going to lose their job because everybody get phone. Everywhere they enter electric cars. Everybody they get so one way or the other, you are giving that information free, knowingly and unknowingly. Yes, by every day don't add money, even Igbo. Okay, I saw that yesterday. I don't feel laugh. I respond tired. They put me on timeout. Some some people who could not comprehend why would they do what we do. If I was doing what I was doing, put me on timeout. So, but I laugh out. I was like, this guy. I think you are right, Sha, because I remember I responded, which the message no agree, the comment they no agree allow pop up. I responded by saying that you are right, but now only those Igbo on the shelf, eh, now the tariff affect. But we will see the streets. We patronize the street, so you never reach that level yet. But although it depends on the state or city or where you did, that's America anyway. Um, so but yeah, that was funny. I don't feel like I said this guy. People are having there. Well, I think that's the most serious conversation why I actually take out from that yesterday because I was a carried. Now you know is where say you were too harsh yesterday. No, no. I know they harsh now. Sure, I don't think why I thought way be new, way the original to me. I always retaliate Fela sentiment by what if Fela was trying to teach us. A teacher no teach me nonsense. So I wasn't. I was kind of. I was disappointed, right? I was disappointed. I was frustrated at the same time with the guest because I now I don't know the I don't know him. I think I started to read about the guy 3 days before that yesterday. I think when Dr. Mike Damage put it out. So I don't really know, but for the little I research I did on the guy, I mean, I think he knows a lot. He has now few people in his in Nigeria or his generation that that is that privilege in terms of being getting having access to some kind of information, being around information directly, indirectly. So I expect I expect a lot from him in a way. So unfortunately, unfortunately, the first question when I hear you respond to, or rather the first question with Dr. Abidja asked, because I don't know exactly the minute where it starts, was the question about the Donald Trump administration and South Africa. My. This guy just went fucking crazy. He's just started by saying, "Oh, Donald Trump is a racist. Let's just call what it is. Elon Musk is a South African. South African is a racist country." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you are a fucking professor. You be a real teacher where they teach. So if a student should ask you that kind of a question, that's how you respond. So from that moment, the guy just threw me off. Like, man, who the fuck is this guy? Like, that's a very serious question where they ask you. Especially we are at a time whereby information now a weapon. They bombard us with all rubbish, coupled with the fact that they deny us history for school. The least we want to hear now make somebody come to tell us what not. If you cannot be decent enough to just tell us, give us the real what is happening. There's a serious issue happening, arise from either policy, either yeah, both policy, either you agree with the policy of apartheid regime or to whatever. Just serious thing. There's a thing there that is beyond the idea of say this person. I say the whole when you are saying the South Africa is racist, you are not even making any sense. Because to say that South Africa is a racist country, you are not making any sense, right? There's a few group of people, there's a small percentage of people in South Africa who happen to control power at that time who are racist. So when you are saying you are demarketing the country because the idea, I know his goal is to actually not to demarket an African country. If going by his posture, because you already giving a lot away from that kind of response. You're already giving people like me who start drawing conclusion. Okay, is in Michigan. Michigan is run by a Democrat. He work in a state-owned institution. So automatically, this is where you are like, even if that is not the case. So the guys just I try so hard to say, okay, how can, but it just I was like, no, I just can't let this guy just go like that because he is a teacher. He teaches. So in other words, you are given opportunity to educate us, educate people, but you just let your emotion carry get over you. Like at this point, you say Donald Trump is it, Donald Trump is that. He won twice. Now red ring like this now go still bring the man come back. But that is not even my own point of contention. My own point of contention, you are giving opportunity for you to actually educate us. You just be there and begin talk nonsense. That's why I say teachers to stop teaching nonsense. So I just couldn't let go of that first because that first impression. That first answer was just too. I mean, I feel acceptance from any person, but not him, man. Come on. And again, a teacher they ask you question. Don't be saying Igbo smoker like me they interview you. Somebody who, at least. And again, what it goes to show that you don't even give a fuck about us. You don't respect the platform, nor do you respect the person who is asking you a question. That's what it means. Because if your first question, you are going to allow your sentiments to take over you, you either don't have regard for the platform that you are on or the person that is asking you the question. And in his own case, both are true. You are expecting Dr. Damage to invite me here on in the say you are expecting Dr. Damage to invite you on the live stream to talk. No, I never reach. I never reach. I never reach. Maybe when I never nobody I know now let me dey talk to myself now. I don't think he seems to understand it. My views and opinions are not popular. Maybe I'm not controversial enough or something. So I don't think I've earned it. When I earn now, so because so far I think, and again another reason why I was so much fucking so disappointed was the fact that that show, Dr. Dam, that 90 Minutes Africa, that show is different from the other. Have your say, come and talk whatever you want. For so many reasons. Me personally, man, I learned a lot from that 90 Minutes Africa based on the people, the kind of guests in they bring, and his way of phrasing his question. One, because he gives so much, he allowed the guests to talk. So he put a question across in a way that the guests will have ample opportunity to explore the subject matter from every angle, even if it's just one word of the language talk. So I give him that. So especially for the past couple of months, the guys that his guests when he don't they bring, I impacted me so much because I'm the kind of person that build models. I put one or two things together. I put scenarios together. I build story to make sense of the past, the present, and the future. So some of the girls that anyway in they bring, appear as a teacher. So build, they tell stories that allow me to say, oh shit, I got this right. Yes, I was like, oh, I forget. Oh, this is where I went. So a lot of things like so they approach that show with so much seriousness. So most of the time I try to look for question that will not even come up in their course of conversation or anybody who has that question. And that yesterday I actually have a question that from my own point of view would have gone a long way to actually expand the conversation of the Biafra, the civil war. Because why carry out research on this, on the man, on this professor yesterday that came, I came to find out that there is a group of children that were taken away during that war. And at the end of the war, they were taken to Ivory Coast, to Gabon, to Lomé. At the end of the war, some of those kids were returned, and some of those that were returned, their parents, they don't follow war go. So they now regard those group of children as nameless children. So that phrase hits me. I was like, huh. So I decided to go a little bit further to read more about that nameless children. I mean, this is 70 and 60, I mean, in the 60s to 70s when the war ended. This is about 60 years ago. So I had it in mind to ask him now because I came across that phrase, that story. There's a documentary about it from his own autobiography. So I had it in mind to ask him, what is the fate of those kids now? I mean, 60 years on, they are all grandparents. Where are they now? What are they? What is their relationship with their Biafran brothers and sisters, or the country at large, Nigeria? What did they think of us? Just like what is happening between us Africans and the African Americans. Even though we be one, now circumstances put us apart, there is animosity between us. Not 100%, but the relationship between us is very pronounced. However, you want to see good or bad. So was interested to see, since he's in that space, they are writing about it. How far has it gone? What are those Biafrans now? What is wrong? I mean, that was what I had in mind to ask this man. Oh, it's just for me to be welcome with, hey, South Africa is a racist. Donald Trump is a racist. Nigga, shut the fuck up, man. Tell me something we never know. We never hear. Educate us on the real issue. Tell us, even though you want to reiterate what we don't hear before, we still be appreciated. Rather than just throw your emotion out there for us to know where you stand and who's maybe probably paying your bills. So now, what it make me I just couldn't help it that yesterday. The prof was perfect. I don't even know what he called the talk. I just couldn't let go of that first entrance response to the question. I was like, no man, this guy don't drop the ball for me. I don't want to hear with him want talk again. Uh, so yeah, that's a 90 minutes Africa is a kind of a podcast that I look forward to every Sunday, kinda. So anytime we the guests don't live up to par, they always be very disappointed. There are a couple of shows like that I will look forward to every either na days or week depends on. So Dr. Damage's 90 Minutes Africa was one of those shows. So anytime a guest come begin just call us like no say some people with it yeah and because of what I say Donato, how Dr. Damage approached that 90 Minutes Africa, it also attract some unique viewers that we don't see or get to know. And this is my own conclusion. I believe because when you bring somebody with a guest that is so high profile, it's also coming with his own high profile fans who are becoming from academia, from all walks of life, who will just say, okay, I want to come and listen. My teacher, my idol, my somebody I listen to is going to be interviewing on this platform. Let me go listen to them. Right? So it attracts its own unique viewership behind the scenes that we don't get to see. I mean, once in a while, some of those people do come online to ask questions too after the guests don't speak finish. They will tell you, oh, yes, I listen on the background. I came on because of you, and most of the time, Dr. Dameji, we couldn't just help it. They have to just go of his script and expose that person. Say, oh, see this person that is over this person is been doing this for so. So Jerry is I don't know, but everybody they see these nuances that differ that make 90 Minutes Africa different from Have Your Say or from every other show that is politically oriented or historically infused within the Nigerian context. Now, only Dr. Damechi, as he say, I know not say, but he is being his consistency in terms of the kind of people and the conversation he's having is, I think, is stand out. And again, why I no come say come up to ask the guy the question because I know that if I come, I no matter how I try to add my disappointment about his approach, it no go work. So I'll pretty much come off as being emotional, being too hard, being disrespectful, being insultive, and all that. Which I will expect the man to, even if he see my approach as that, he will not respond in that manner. But I know his response, no matter how he's going to respond, I will be forced to respond back. And that opportunity I will not have because the rule says you can only ask one question and you are not at liberty to counter the guest response. So I try to stay within the rules. But the past few episodes, like two episodes now, I don't because it's especially when it's something I don't spend so much time and hour to learn as a student, right? When I say, God, this person is not necessarily is wrong, but he's not missing the point. I will be forced to. So and like Midi said one, he said take note of that. So in order for me not to put myself in that situation again, say, okay, maybe I just might just let it slide. I'll keep my verse for conversation, but at the end of the day, so for more head, according to one man, some young man who is underemployed could not stomach my approach and decide to put me on timeout. Very disrespectful element. Whoever that person is. I actually went on backstage to flex muscle small to see if the person go show up, but the person chicken out. Shout out to Dr. Dameji anyway. So I called him, he returned my call back and yeah, I said him exactly what I'm saying now. But Dr. Dameji in no book. So you understand my frustration, my madness, and what have you. So he get one talent where I no get. He can tolerate any motherfuckers, which includes me. So shout out to Dr. Dameji. But that doctor, I don't know what he go do for him to that professor. I mean, for him to for him to end his end my fanship back. Okay, I would like to invite you to Europe. Oh, your thoughts. My Europe, where for Europe? I be European before. Oh, don't take me play. Oh. I lived in Corfu Island in Greece briefly. I lived in Athens briefly. I've the Bulgaria now, European now. I've lived in Bulgaria briefly. I've went through Germany, Turkey, and so that am I not European? That not enough to make me to claim to be European. Uh, Pablo, I will go, but I don't know Europe now. As I said, I don't. The only place where they hungry me to go navigate now. My next normal, no, my next chapter are to go navigate the continent, the motherland. I'm not proud of my navigation in that continent. It's not up to par. It's not up to par. I need to go explore. Oh shit. So I be where you want to invite me to go for Europe? Europe know how to live life in a way, but I don't know Europe now. Europe now is Europe. Europe too is undergoing a colonization. So I don't know how they go take out. They are going to be very brutal. Reality where you want set in the Europe now is going to be unprecedented. I don't know. The idea of Europe is I think is the begin is now the ending is here. This is the beginning of the end. Trump has put the plug. Not be Trump put the plug. Sha. The reality of America today has say fuck you. So I don't know the kind Europe where they talk. Oh, better measure the part of the Europe, the country. Make I know where they go fit survive. This is the colonization that is going on. Eh? Now, now Mozambique, Uganda, Tanzania, Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Tanzania, Somalia, Sudan, Jordan, no, I say Jordan, yeah, Egypt, Cape Verde, Lesotho, all those countries. Now those are my targets. Make you come learn different culture. No, I'm too old. I'm too old for that. Like Danjuma. Danjuma, you don't go join your sister for Italy. Say my friend. No, man. I'm too old. I'm too old to be learning a different language. I never forget that day. So go learn the cultures what I want to learn now. Now the Africa I want to go back to Africa and literally live in every one of those countries before I die. That's my and the only dream I get for life is that I want to go live in those countries one at a time. Manjama, you are welcome. So Europe, not be say I no want go Europe, but if if my I don't go Europe, I have an idea. I don't live for Europe, so I have an idea what is like. So I've been lived in Middle East, all those China and the rest of them. They're not in my radar. I want to go home to the continent to live in live 6 months here, 2 months here, 3 months. Just as they do for America. So I'm the life now where they live for years so na like na like practice because America is pretty much the mini I don't know where na mini say well I can't say but na pretty much the replica of how the country be. America the more you each state you go is different. In a way infrastructurally they are the same because pretty much the infrastructure wey you go see for New York, you go see them for North Dakota, regardless of how small that state is in terms of uh, uh, businesses and whatnot. But in terms of lifestyle, laws, pretty much each state na like different country as you navigate America. So if I'm fortunate to have to replicate this style of living in the continent before I give up the ghost, then I fulfill in life. That's what it is. So European tour, it's okay, but I've seen the best of it. I don't think it can get better. Unfortunately. Najama, they come to the best country in the world, Spain. Spain. I never go there before, but I remember Tatiana. No, sorry, I said Tatiana. Gergana. Gergana is a Spanish girl that year. That year. Uh-huh. So does that count? Niger man, we don't run show with a Spanish girl before. It does it count as having a piece of Spain? Nigeria is back on track again. Oh. God bless Nigeria. The way they go catch you for bus stop with this your slogan. The day when they go catch you for bus stop with this your slogan, you go explain tire. Ah, oh, Spain, Spain. I don't know what they. I don't know what go just say. Okay, go Spain. I don't know. Ibiza would have been Ibiza was on the list before, but I don't know where Ibiza. I see what Ibiza was as I hear them or I read about them, watch them for many movies and shit. So maybe that and the other thing and it's nothing again in Spain. No, no, I don't really know. Spain has lost its glory over hundreds, 200 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. So at that year, I get Ghana self na twin, get Ghana and Daniela. I get one of the most ugliest dog one I ever see. I just couldn't help it. I was like, who the fuck? The first time I see the dog, I was like, holy shit. She said, well, I said, man, the dog is fucking ugly. That wasn't funny, but I don't know. I don't know how to describe him again. Like, when something they ugly, don't say they ugly. But I know it's a special breed. Condor. Abi how to pronounce your name? Okay, do you mean that you were inside Spain by what you did with? Are you sabi o? Now you know. Keep keep analyzing. However you take am, however you see am, yes. Kai, it's too early o. Abeg. However you see am o, Condor. I was in Spain. I think that's the best way to put it. I was so that means that counts, right? It counts. So I don't need to fantasize about Spain again. I've been to Spain. I've been inside Spain to to paraphrase your conclusion, Condor. So I don't know. Europe, Europe. I don't know. I don't know. Nothing. But when I visit the Acropolis for Greece, then the Olympic this thing for I was like instantly I to go Rome, to go Vatican begin tickle my fancy just for the history of it. Because man, the Acropolis was something else. So I was like, huh, I need to go historical place. So that maybe not the other place. Condor, you come, you saw, you conquer. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. If that's If that sorry have your sentiments. So that's the only we are nowhere for Europe. The I really want to. And yeah, but the continent of Africa is my dream. Is if I get superpower, I just go. But I want it to happen naturally. Natural in the sense that I am mentally prepared in terms of I don't fully learn the finish learning the history here so that by the time I go, I begin plug the draft, begin connect the dots. I will have the full picture of where my people come from. One, but it just I have so limited knowledge of the continent. It's so embarrassing. I don't know. The more I know, the more I know about the West. In fact, even the West, the East, other part of the world, the more I know about those ones compared to what I know about the continent where I come from, it's fucking embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So I had to. I don't know more. I don't know. I've only been to Ghana and Kenya, and that's expand my curiosity more rather than say, okay, I think I have an unlike Europe. I suggest a few countries I visited in Europe on then with little contacts, friendship, relationships, and what have you, and books that I've read, people have listened to give me an appreciable knowledge of the European as a continent. Same goes to the Middle East and pretty much the East in general. But that of fucking Africa, I've met pretty much people from every part of the not yeah. Which way to now? I think that's I need to I need to go try to see which country for Africa I never meet person from. I met pretty much South Africa and pretty much every I don't meet pretty much a lot, not everyone I can say. But it will be interesting for me to know how many country I never come in contact with their people. That's what exploit. But the bigger goal is for me. So anybody out there who wants to embark on this journey, I want way ticket to going to not to come back to America. So who anybody that is interested in embarking on this life journey with me, lived in all the 55 countries in Africa, one by one. However, it's going to take us 10 years. I give myself minimum of 10 years. I'll crisscross it to crisscross it. Minimum. Could be more, but minimum. Condor, you say. But on the other hand, though, what you said earlier was right. We fight ourselves, but what's ahead or coming is crazier than what we are. Yeah, I know they talk and since. I know they talk and since I have come to fully appreciate the works of Kwame Nkrumah. That this man I've seen today, don't see now, 60 years ago, what is coming. And then again, I'm listening to Obasanjo's cry during these few days, talking about we've never been free. that the process of recolonization is here again. And I was like, my conspiracy theories is coming to fruition. As people will get small brain, they always conclude anything where they know few understand, never yet, but they say it's like conspiracy theory. So anyway, Nigeria Tinubu is doing well. Wait till you withdraw money and be charged 2 to 300 naira. New deal with from Tinubu. New idea from Tinubu. So, people never even understand. I think the before people truly appreciate good luck 4 years and truly understand Obasanjo anti people's government for 8 years with this Buhari own. Buhari even try to even say waka to the west from time to time, but to invest on his own people and their ideology. Buhari then Tinubu's 8 years. God bless us. Before we go fully feel all these impacts, now like 2035 ish. Ariakanta Bambara Shipata Sikayata Sapa. Oh my God. God will bless us, yeah. We always find a way. You go better as people we talk about. You go better. But the future is not smiling. In the next couple of years, 4 or 5 years, European country will descend on the immigrants there. Then the idea of Japa go dey stalemate in a way. Then wahala go. I don't know how to describe am, but the idea of useless generation will come to be fully happy or they comprehend. People will fully understand what I mean when I said that. So yes, what is coming is already here. Oh. Let me say it's coming. Oh, it's already here. People. That's why when I they listen to people, they analyze Trump as still a joke. I was like, you guys are fucking not. They have no idea. That man is not fucking around. It's not about him anyway. But they put him on the. It's not fucking around. We are in a period of fucking around and find out. You all need to go study in the 60s. Go study 60s. Go study 40s. 40s, 50s, 60s. You fuck around, you find out. Oh boy, America, they don't know the America. I don't know. I don't even know at this point. They can just dey watch. Time to time, I go dey remind us. Say, Bob Marley say we are fighting for power, but we don't know the hour. What is coming is scary, nothing to compare. People don't know. That's why I don't know how to explain now. We are head bent on just they talk rubbish every day. Tunubu sneak. Tunubu had to sneak into a hotel, go see the head of Google when AI summit is going on in Europe. People don't understand how fucking big deal that is. That is the fucking it's like when the European continent was wa- assembled in Berlin in 1884. Discuss how the fucking the continent will be savage. Now, like now, what happen for Paris? That Tinubu na hotel is go when the leaders of the world assemble on AI summit. How the world is going to be revolutionized. How will they do things now is going to be revolutionized. Cheap, like in a way that we never could imagine. But for some reason, fuck it. We are burnt on Fulani, Hausa, Igbo, Europe. Like some can't. I don't know, man. Now the same thing was happening when the coup took place, civil war happened. It was the same fucking foolishness. Igbo they dominate everywhere. Hausa would dominate everywhere. Yoruba would dominate. That was still the underlining problem, because if you read more on our Bore report, it was just that the Eastern people want a more federal system whereby power will be well situated in every region, but the Gowon-led Nigerian system, overshadowed by the American policies, saying fuck it, we don't want that shit, and boom, we are here again talking about how the Islamic nation will take dominate us, how the oligarchy will take dominate us, how the Tinubu is a criminal, like some stupid fucking bullshit that will consume all of us, knowing that these leaders, with just a press of a button, they don't disappear, go where their weight is stopped. We will face ourselves. It is already happening every day on the news here in the UK and other European countries. It's immigrants that immigration are the cause of the bad economic bipolarance. No, yes, you know why that is? Because they have to find a reason. Say the West. Let me just say the West. The byproduct of shifting the manufacturing power to the China is them living and feeding fast. Everybody, all of us that live in the West, we are living, we're just enjoying, right? We are just because you do some kind of minor job, you'll be getting so much to live a fake life, right? You are flipping burger, you're working in a factory, you are a classroom teacher, you are teaching, you are a doctor, you are this, you are living so in a way that the people in the six people in the 1800 and 1700 we now you are living like the royals of those days. People, so gradually the reality are setting. Say, come on, those people when they do those work for us in China, themselves don't harm out. They are big now. They don't want to do this minor job again. Oh. But most importantly, the alternative to that. So America say, no, we can't afford to be like everybody. If we no implement the next phase of our life, it go over also. And before the European know themselves, then they are on the losing side of the new life. So what do we do? The European nation are faced with two choices: cut the social crap, all the social benefits we now they enjoy. We get free education, we get free healthcare, we get free this. Ladies and gentlemen, all those are going to be up because you either invest in military to safeguard yourself. Where's that investment going to come from? You are lost out of the new innovation that will enlarge your economy. The free food we una they get for una colony before America say they no go help una protect una self from there again. Who said we want in? So lifestyle have to be adjusted. So they say, well, for me to adjust my lifestyle, this idiot where I don't know, where I don't like a face will make it. He has to give up his own share. So that's what you are saying. Everybody have to frame against immigration. They got to go. Now then, so that's what you are saying. Only God know how long will last. Though I never manifest fully, never manifest fully, even the coming generation, but nothing drastic is done. Tinubu go do no we it's not on our own see on our own part. Yes, okay, let me see. Let me see. Yes, Ovie, you are right. We have the opportunity now that the new world order is taking shape to strategize place ourselves. But no, we fight us. Yes, no. It's too late. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Even the Europeans too have lost out. But the window of opportunity the Europeans get is that America will need them small, one way or the other, to continue to subject us, because always now we know if we fight anybody. We are not in position to fight anybody, because just as you said, we dey fight ourselves instead of us to fight, form a united front and have a national agenda and form a nationalist and go for take advantage of what is happening. We say we go hold our ground. If we no do this, we no go do this. But instead we dey fight ourselves. We allow our leaders to mortgage that opportunity for their own self benefit. So in the European countries have that window slim opportunity. So now, but the problem they face that are they going to do it collectively or individually? I will put my money on the table. They will do it individually. You, Brexit, London, British don't go. France don't they talk say we are the superpower of Europe, but because if that's in our military better pass, we see how that be. The Germans are not allowed to industrialize again. They are only allowed. They will only be allowed to industrialize to as a subordinate economy to China or United States. They are not going to be allowed to be in a position to industrialize their military might, because that will bring a chaos to the whole conversation again. So they are forced to fall apart. Can they defend themselves individually? That's where we are. So now chaos 9 days now, which is war, Cold War in other words to put it. But the war, the Third World War, is fully in full flow. It don't start almost a decade ago, but it's fully here now, and it's coming in three fronts. The kinetic war is what we are seeing between the Russia and the Europe now, the European now, as Europe want to take over the forefront of the fight. But that's the kinetic aspect of the Third World War. We have the ideology war, which is taking shape in the Middle East, between which is coming in form of the Hamas and the Israeli, that which is already spreading within that region. Then we have the economy war that Trump just unleashed with the tariff. As we speak, Canada don't get another prime new minister. Trudeau is gone. I was saying it in the other day on Dr. Nabilisha. I was even challenging Chief. I said, come. For Trudeau to respond to Trump, say they are not ready to be 31st or whatever, but not just negotiating tactics, he's gone. I say you have to pay attention to the business people in Canada. Now then they run the country. If you want to know any country, just pay attention to people who runs it. It is the business elite who run Canada, and they are subjected to the American business empire. They say, okay, this man no battle, he's going to go. It's gone as we speak. China, the new prime minister, the new chancellor of Germany, with an elect, he, as we speak, he was he went to China to sell German economy. So it's on. It's on. The game is on. For us, we are gone. We don't finish. We don't have a national unity to take advantage, to make sense of what is happening. Indians are, in other words, are an opportunity and are taking advantage of it because they have a national front. They are standing their ground. They will have to develop their nuclear weapon. They are like nothing you feel each other with. Brazil are still going back and forth. We see how they go, so how we go, how the next 4 years go treat them. But the whole continent of Africa is gone. As we speak, there is the war that is going on in Congo has to do with the the exploitation of the resources. Well, that's a cliche, it's not a new. But if you look at the new investments of the Biden administration in Lobido corridor in Angola before they left office, and the heavily investment of the Chinese building rail infrastructure along the Zimbabwe line, the Ivory Coast up to that. So you understand that that's exactly what happened in the 60s that took out Lumumba, Patrice Lumumba. We won, where he more leaning to the West Soviet Union with the resources. America say, fuck no. If we allow this guy stand, we are going to lose out. They take him out. So that same thing, conundrum is going on as we speak. In the 60s, it was Vietnam. Cannot go communist, cannot have. So today, that is Russia. Yeah, I say Russia. That's Ukraine. So it's the same thing again. Najama, UK has been trying to encourage their lazy citizens to work, but it's not happening. The Oyibos don't want to. Najama, they don't get choice now. They go work by force. Now the work is coming. The work when they come back now, they have to work. Oh, They don't get choice because if they pursue una comot, they have to work. But guess what? I agree with you. It's too late in a way because as they have to be innovative and creative, and they have lost out the tools to do that, which is the AI, which is the quantum technology, which is the bio. So they have lost on that. They have to totally rely on America to able to salvage their life again. So Najama, I totally agree with you. So now chaos now they come so. So when Kemi they tell them, they indirectly they tell them, Sister Kemi, Sister Kemi is an angel. Sister Kemi, Sister Kemi is an angel. If I be in position, I go give my chieftaincy title. Una go feel una go feel wetin she dey talk. So the world is going through a real shield. People within Nigeria they form obedient for Korea. Well, we go to start now very soon now. Kokosia, obedient, uh, bat. Wetin be that bat name again? Sef? Articulated. I see this morning. This morning, Atiku don dey cry. Atiku cry Naija. This men, they strong. They strong. I see Atiku don dey cry. Make I read breaking news. El-Rufai dump APC, join new political party. Oh my God. Naija. Which be the new political party? I mean, they never form am. How about that? My brothers and sisters, abeg, make I go free myself. Make I go free myself. I think this conversation is about to take a different juice. It's about to be a juicy one. Make I give una one play real quick. Then I will go. I go free myself. Then I come back and give una the breaking news. Verify don drop APC officially. Article they complain say Tinubu has won already 2027 by starting campaign this early. Um, so there's juice news to be. So maybe I go free myself. Let me use the restroom real quick and I'll be back.
What is important, let's discuss Nigeria. Whether we are going to do coalition or not, let's talk about the future of the country. Because often we abandon the country and what we need to do, talking about power grab. I'm not interested in any coalition that is for purpose of taking power. It is about discussing Nigeria. How do we care about securing Nigeria? How do we care about the common person in Nigeria? How do we care about our children being in school? That is the most important thing for now. That's what we need to remove. Because what you are doing is that you're encouraging stealing of public money. Because if I steal it and use it to win an election, then I get all the powers and everything, including immunity, not to be prosecuted. So we must stop it. That is what is driving the stealing. what is important is let's discuss Nigeria. Whether we are going to do coalition or not, let's talk about the future of the country. Because often we abandon the country and what we need to do, talking about power grab. I'm not interested in any coalition that is for purpose of taking power. It is about discussing Nigeria. How do we care about securing Nigeria? How do we care about the common person in Nigeria? How do we care about our children being in school? That is the most important thing for now. That's what we need to remove. Because what you are doing is that you're encouraging stealing of public money, because if I steal it and use it to win an election, then I get all the powers and everything, including immunity, not to be prosecuted. So we must stop it. That is what is driving the stealing.
You can't say, okay, this I agree, this I don't. I don't agree with this because of it. You can't be every day.
I'm sure there are a lot of obedience screaming at their TV screens right now, saying that maybe you're not hearing all that he's saying because he always prefers solutions as to what needs to be done differently to fix the problem.
You know what? I pray that all of them go to the poll by themselves. I'm even tired of nudging them in the right direction. You guys, all of you go to the poll by yourself and win, let's see. Are you listening to yourself? I'm telling you that he's coming up with, you can see all the things he's been doing since he lost that election. All of them, what have they done? Peter has gone to schools. Peter has gone to market. Peter has gone to motherless babies home. Peter has gone everywhere. You have to feel for the energy. And if there's something you want to add to him, you say, okay, Peter, you have to be more hopeful. You have to bring them more hope. Is that a bad thing? If the Obedience are angry for themselves, what's that got to do with me? Listen, opposition in a sub-Saharan country like ours must always understand that the business of running our country is ours. And to that extent, we cannot normalize demarketing our country on a global scale.
All right. Some would say that's just been calling a spade a spade. But your final thoughts?
I know, it's like you to say that, you know. You forget that Otumba, you guys are all muted when the last man was there for 8 years.
Otumba, where are you thinking about moving anywhere? Or are you a lifelong PDP
You know,
man?
my heart bleeds when you ask me this question. I'm running around the country. I've gone to the northeast, the northwest, the north central, the south. I'll be in Enugu in a few days. Just to tell the Nigerians, let us engage ourselves again. Let us try to think and reason together. These people are old. We have to start planning for the next morning.
These people?
Bala Tinubu is not a young man. They are old. Okay. Stop butting into every word. They're old. So even if they succeed, they don't succeed, is irrelevant. We must plan succession. And in planning succession, we must be realistic about what can we expect from a political party. Okay. We could start a new one, but even if we get successful, we're going to run into this battles of I'm the chairman, I'm the secretary, I'm the this, I'm the that. Why will anybody in opposition be fighting for ESCO or party when they are not even in government?
Okay, so you're not going anywhere?
I'm not sure. I've not made that promise.
Okay.
I've decided to put my gear in neutral.
So maybe?
Neutral. I shouldn't. I've been in this party since 1998. Why should I be screaming reform, 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 reform?
Okay.
And they won't reform. Why should I? And I'm not going to lock my. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let me just put it this way. I'm going to be in government in the next dispensation.
Great.
That means that any party that is winning, I'm going to go contribute my energy to get them win. I'm not interested in this anymore.
I wish you can, give me that crystal ball of yours, because I would love to see what the next couple of years is going to look like. Hope to have you back. Yeah, hope to have you back very soon. Interesting conversation as always, Otumba, as always. Thank you so much for joining us on the Daily.
Thank you for having me. But next time you invite me, stop hassling.
Mark will go into the breaking news. And as to what is unfolding in Nigerian local policies.
wasn't talking to myself. Hello? Have I been talking to myself? So are we going to see Tunde Bakari follow on to SDP? Are we going to see El-Rufai follow on to El-Rufai, Aregbesola? So Atiku visited themselves with Jaling. So what is Abi PDP don't fall? We cannot defeat them for PDP. If we can change the cover of PDP, man, that would be a news of the year. El-Rufai visited Muhammad Buhari. Within wow, what's going on? What is going on here? What is going on? Let me see. Let's see how the business will take shape. How the business of SDP. Is the SDP next? That's the end of Labour Party. I mean, there's so many. I'm overwhelmed with so many thoughts right now. So many questions. Because what happens to Obi? The goal of killing Obi presidential ambition is gaining momentum. I think that should be my next topic. I just eat my Igbo now. They have to enter. The goal of ending Obi presidential ambition has just taking shape. Make I see. Oh shit. What is going on, man? Today na Monday. Oh. Now we start with this one. This El-Rufai. I like his political stunt. I like his media team. They know something. Others they break news weekend, like Thursday, Friday, so that it will dominate the family matter over the weekend. But this motherfucker start on Monday. Which kind of confidence he get? Fear say another news will come up tomorrow before the winds run down. We go overshadow his move. Is either being a genius or they are doing something wrong. Is this the beginning of ending Obi's presidential career? As of today, March 10, 2025, reports indicate that Nasir El-Rufai, the former governor of Kaduna State and a prominent figure in Nigerian politics, has indeed resigned from the All Progressive Congress, APC, and joined the Social Democratic Party. The move makes a significant shift in Nigerian political landscape, given El-Rufai's influence and his role as a founding member of APC. However, whether this signals the beginning of the end for Peter Obi presidential ambition Who knows? Let's see. Let's dig into it. El-Rufai defection to the SDP could have several implications for Obi's ambition, but it's not inherently a death knell. Obi, who ran as the LP candidate in 2023, gained significant support. I think for me, 2027 is more. I think Obi is in a more difficult position than even than Tinubu self. The expectation for Obi to prove that 6 million is not a fluke, I think to me is greater than Bella Tinubu's ability to retain his office, to retain another 4 years. So that's why I am more that my interest in this election going be that what is Obi's next move? For all this, I don't care all this coalition. I don't expect Obi to join any coalition that will not put him as a presidential candidate. I don't expect him to do that. Now, if that is not going to be the case, I am curious to see how he's going to replicate his 6 million, because he needs that for him to stay relevant going forward, for him to stand a chance to break the jail of being the first to take presidency to the southeast, and you should say. So it can only get interesting, it can only get better as we progress through the year. It's getting hot in here, according to Nelly. So it's getting heat up in Nigeria political space. Another thing, people that will think that this move of El-Rufai it will affect APC in any way. It will not affect APC in any shape or form in terms of votes. In terms of votes, it no go do nada. No vote, in fact, it no go even know say anything leave APC. Because one, unless the governor come up for APC, because Tinubu don't reach agreement already. Give me my required 25% and you come back. That's easy deal. Naija. So unless the governor suddenly leave APC, join her for SDP, Atiku join her for SDP, then, but right now, before we see APCs and PDP, El-Rufai into the race, no go move anything. Matter of fact, no go win any local government self for Kaduna. And his popularity, no pass Kaduna. That's it. And followers of politics online. So the only thing that this move indicates to me is either SDP is about to be the next Labour Party, or El-Rufai is trying to use SDP to see, to test his popularity going to 2028, which is pretty much obvious the case any movie makes. But, or maybe you want to use a rival like Konkoso, trying to form his own, he will take all the own movements. But this one not be movement, it's already forming the police, it's already taking shape in the existing political party. Now, what happened to the SDP faction in Kanu that formed alliance with Shewore? She's not SDP now. Was it? No, not be SDP. Something R where Abiola's son contested as a presidential candidate. So I don't really see any unless let me see the caliber of people that will follow him to SDP that will say, okay, not be say go take any vote away from APC. No. I just want to see, because as far as I'm concerned, this is nothing but to kill Obi presidential ambition. I talked about before. Any movement, any coalition, any party joining force together that did not include Obi, it no go more, it no follow. No go even make it. You go die before you can't even stand any. You no go even stand the chance where Konkoso stand, where Konkoso and NNPP stand. So now that's okay. Another angle to this is it's not even have any effect on Konkoso movement. Konkoso movement, which now the only any movement that will actually have any little bit of effect. Konkoso moving to APC will overshadow El-Rufai going out. We automatically ease out Ganguje in the political scene. Don't finish. It's done. Obi, on the other hand, any move we make will be the news from now until the election. If you decide to go solo, the pressure will be, can he replicate that 6 million? Not even winning now. Because him failing to replicate that 6 million is the end of his presidential ambition too. So for me, I've taken my lens off either Tinubu go win or no go win. He's going to win bigly. I go to do depends on that the opposition, either they form alliance, sans whatever. So everything will begin sweet. Everything will begin follow now. So Atiku, make I go find Atiku. Atiku wake up by crying this morning that Bola Tinubu has already won the election. I tell you now, say Canada don't get new prime minister. So 2027 polls might be a charade, a charade, a charade. Atiku PDP kick as Tinubu re-election campaign begins. I don't talk here now. Talking they always do ahead of the gossip. I think I talked about this a few days ago. I never talked. I did talk about it. Less than 2 years into presidential, Bola Tinubu. After all, Trump declared 2 years ahead. Well, you can say Trump was not a sitting president. Less than 2 years into presidential, into President Tinubu President Bola Ahmed Tinubu tenure, some prominent members of the All Progressive Congress APC have begun pushing for his re-election in 2027. Okay, big deal. This is not supposed to. People are already making case. Well, you can say you are not in power, so I see your sentiment here. Why neither the party nor the president has formally launched a campaign? Top APC figure include National Chairman Abdullahi Ganguje, I talked about this, and Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, has voiced support for second term. Recently, during a meeting with APC support group at the party headquarters in Abuja, Ganguje urged northern politicians considering a 2027 presidential bid to delay their ambition until 2031. After Tinubu anticipated presidential bids to delay their ambition on 2021, after Tinubu anticipated second term. Similarly, Akume, during a TV interview, advised former Vice President and People Democratic Party (PDP) presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar and other northern politicians against contesting 2027. In various states, including Kaduna, Kebbi, and Kwara, signs of an early campaign have emerged with re-election billboard for president, appearing in multiple locations across Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). This development has sparked criticism from opposition parties and political analysts, who urge that such activities violate the Electoral Act and the 1999 Constitution as amended. Legal experts and commentators caution that premature campaign undermine democratic principle. Donald Trump freaking launches official campaign 2 years ahead. What the hell is this motherfucker talking about? I don't know, say we know they on normal times again. Electoral laws and political principles. Legal framework for campaign. The Electoral Act of 2022 in Section 19(1) states, for the purpose of the Act, the period of campaign in public by every political party shall commence 150 days before polling day and end 24 hours period to that day. 150, and this is 200 and no? How many days we get to the next election? Let me see if they put it out there. Additionally, Section 94, subsection 2 outline penalties for violations, including fine for unauthorized advertisements or endorsements during the restricted period. Similarly, Section 95, subsection 1 mandates that candidates and their parties must adhere to regulations set by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Campaign rally in Kebbi. Endorsement in Kaduna, Kwara. Last month, APC organized a campaign rally in Kebbi State to promote the re-election of President Tinubu and Governor Nasir Idris Ahmed of 2027 election. Held at the Township Stadium in Benin, Kebbi, the event drew key figures such as Minister of Budget and Economic Planning Senator Atiku Badugu, Governor Idris, House of Representative member James Abiodun Faleke, Minister of State for Education Yusuf Tanko Sununu, another APC leader. Tagged, we stand with Tinubu and Kauran Gwando. The rally witnessed a massive turnout with supporters displaying banners and posters advocating for Tinubu's second time. Following the Kebbi rally, APC leader including Deputy Senate President Barrow Jibril, National Secretary Senator Ajibode Bashiru and Minister of Agriculture, Food Security, Abubakar Kari, attended an empowerment program in Ilorin, Kwara State, where they similarly projected Tinubu for re-election. In Kaduna, APC stakeholder recently passed a vote of confidence in President Tinubu Governor Senator Tinubu and Governor Obasanjo at the last in a vote of confidence. Obasanjo, for what they describe as exemplary leadership and pro-people's policy. Oh my God. What a time to be alive. Opposition party reacts. Critics argued that the early campaign signaled a shift in APC focus away from governance. Paul Ibek, spokesperson for Atiku Abubakar, dismissed claims of defection, asserting that the individual involved were not part of Atiku established political support group. According to him, we have been working with and are still working with those support groups. So we will follow the development. The latest as Aeropie don't port from his own founding party to SDP. It's interesting saying that SDP though. I really want to hear Prince respond on this. Since now presidential candidate in B. What did removing Saddam Gaddafi as Assad get us? Chaos, civil war, genocide. This is a tweet by David Sachs. The rule for engagement change operations in the Middle East is that they don't flip a country from bad to good. They flip a country from bad to worse. Talking about the developments in the real world, we Nigerians, I'm not sure say we live in the real world. Because goddamn. So where is Obi? This week is going to be an interesting week. I'm looking forward to Shewore's respond because he had an alliance with some part. No, is in underground work with Prince Adewale. So I want to hear Adewale response, but Obi, I want to see Obi's response. I know when they tried to form a coalition, they had a meeting. The meeting did not go well, and he got an interview, and that became a thing. Everybody began to punch on him. I want to see SDP respond, but most importantly, I want to see who joined him. Maybe just anybody, those that matter, those that actually will move a needle if they move. Especially a serving minister, a sitting governor. Hello. So this week, Aerofa said the pace. Let's go there. So, ladies and gentlemen, maybe now waiting I will talk about later more in detail with that. Hopefully by then more detail will emerge from this Aerofy. Or maybe everybody go lock up. Imagine say nobody follow him and the news just die like that. That would be interesting. But how this story unfold, we say a lot about his weight or what is at play. I expect it to dominate the news. If it pass one day, if the news pass one day, that means the people that were with him are a little bit okay. If the news dominates the whole week, that means there's more coming. Because how the government respond is also another thing. How the government respond, who the government responds through matters. Their response matters. Their response will go away to hate the conversation, to keep being on the news. That means that now is really coming from an important quarters of the administration by maybe the executive itself. Or they could just decide to say, fuck it, it's not what they will just allow APC. Of course, APC officially they will respond. Now, if the executive choose to respond via APC, it now depends on who the message came through. The message either come direct from the executive via Nanuga and co, or it will come via party through party secretary or through the party chairman. Or the just say, fuck it, it's not worth responding to, they just lock up. Then that would be a disaster. That would be a suicide. If they just lock up, if APC and they just lock us in, man, fuck this motherfucker, man, know what I'm not going to respond. That's dead on arrival. Again. Oh God. For the fun of it, I can't wait to hear about the response. That will give me an hint of how the elite they think, how they take up. If you come out and yabba, you know, say okay. If fuck up in terms of it no cut across. If they try to make sense of it, that means it cut across. That means there are key figures from within the Southwest and everywhere that will follow. That's what I mean by cut across. So how he respond matters. Now the guy will begin move from one media house to a kind. We are in trouble. We are in trouble. When the father go begin go from China to Arise to LTV to Sheung podcast to Honest Bunch. Hey, Dr. Dameji, that's a big one. Go get him. You can do it. You have the criteria already. I think you have built enough portfolio to go get him. And Erufai right now in the market is hungry for publicity. I bet if anybody get in contact, I want into make I run. Make them run me the check. Make I run them the jingle. Everybody go be in our face for no fucking reason, as if it matters. It don't no matter. But in the system whereby political jobbers are growing in numbers, of course. Wait, I don't know why they're funny. Imagine say we wake up tomorrow, yes, Kenneth Okonkwo don't enjoy SDP. Riama katara shitara bobo sikata ya poseka. Hey, why is that even funny? That could be a possibility. That come on. That motherfucker. The guy if you go join SDP. Imagine say Obi join SDP with El-Rufai as running mate. Jesus fucking Christ. That I don't know how to make of it. But that no go get 6 million. Period. If that is actually a ticket that these people are fucking to put together, Obi and El-Rufai, that no go get 6 million. No. I go put my money. I don't get and say I go look for a house. he will not make 6 million. God damn. Why? The more I say it out loud, the more it's sounding as if there's a reason along that line. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Nah. Fuck it. Nah. Not possible. Nah. Make I know just let him not even romance that kind of idea. But let me play with the Kenneth. Kenneth, come out. Let me see. If I wake up tomorrow, I say Kenneth don't join SDP. That would be funny. But god damn. Why would I feel if that guy join SDP? He's gonna pull it off. Pulling it says that he might win his supporters back rather than thinking that he's going to lose his followers. The first interview will be very interesting. Oh my god! Wow! Why am I seeing DEI? USA IDs. The falling apart of USA IDs. Pretty much what I'm saying, dismantling in Nigeria at the same time, or it's shaping. It's taking a different shape. Okonkwo, I just imagine Okonkwo. Hold on. I don't understand. I want that guy to have a job. I mean, I'm serious. Maybe that's why I'm interested in it. I want him back. It's good for the drama. It's just a space for him within the political madness. There's a space for that guy, man. So I can't help it. As funny as it sounds, but gosh, I just imagine the kind of grammar where you could speak to support to make case for El-Rufai. That would be so much fucking ridiculously funny. Boy. It's going to be interesting in the next couple of days. Who again go join El-Rufai? We go sweet. Who again? Outside Kenneth. Who again? I know say the market right now. Who again shopping for? Who again? Show me. Nah. Show me now. TV for life now. Can't do that. Let me see. Let me see. Why am I shopping for? Come on, it's all go follow her too. Wow. It's all go follow her too. Make I see where it's all don't tweet. It's a be running mouth anyhow. Never see. Wait till be there again, sir. Where's Jafar? Where you need Jafar? Jafar, where are you? Where is you? What are you people up to? Are you part of this too? Are we going to see you as Koko say I'm going that route? Keep me on the loop. El-Rufai, what be that his son name? Shena Ahmed. Maybe Ahmed too now. Bashir. Maybe Bashir. Should have played himself, I don't know them. That's it. The former governor of Kaduna, Nasir he retweeted something. There be two self. They just the retweet shit. The thing don't they trendy already. Bashir Ahmed, they give an ON just to be seen a presidential aspirant aide. Wow. Malam El-Rufai has just confirmed his resignation from the APC. This is sad. We lost a founding member of our party. That's Ahmed. I'll tell you now. You daily everywhere and I'm going to carry him now. We'll see. Let's see how long he lasts some years. Oh. I bet more than like, share, and subscribe. You get why? Because I don't give me money. I've done what? Shut. Done past 2 hours. Holy shit, 3 hours. Anyway, make I close this section. I'll go find something shop. Then I'll come back with the local news. Yes, I was looking forward. I look for this news before. This guy interviewed my favorite guy to listen to, Senator Ogunlewe. Not just because I competed with his son. I know his son as a former ex-athlete. But his view is a realist. He understands how the game they work. So I would advise all of us people. I advise you to go listen to Senator Ogule, who is an interview. I will listen to it too, and I will be back later on to talk about El-Rufai defection, the reaction that follows. Some people don't respond to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, please like, share, and subscribe, and see you later. Cheap ciao.